I still ill. Got peach fizzy water. Only 35p for this whole bottle. It's not bad. Little, yeah. Plain water's good, but sometimes, especially when you've got very little taste and your nose is all snuffly, it's good to have a burst of flavour. So, yeah. Not feeling brilliant. I ended up cancelling work, which I don't like doing, but, you know, needs to do. There's no point going to work, make myself feel worse. Especially since it was raining again today, which really wouldn't have helped. But I also had to cancel my family. But it turns out the younger nephew also is all filled up with cold and snuffly, and apparently has conjunctivitis, which is not fun. I had that once when I was about his age. It's not good. If you saw my unboxing for my wizarding stuff, look, these are what the socks look like. They're cute. Like you're actually wearing your feet are wearing ties. And yes, they are my pajama bottoms, because Saturday, ill, Easter weekend, you know, I'm not getting dressed for the sake of it. So yeah, so that's still feeling icky. This is the first time all day I've felt reasonably not, you know, my eyes been going, my nose have been going, so it's the first time I thought, oh, actually I haven't been icky, like gross icky, for a little while, so I'll do the vlog quickly and then hopefully continue and have enough energy to get through it without being all unsociably. So anyway, oh, we go. We do have a book. Oh, filled with questions. I was chatting to my friend today, and she was asking, like, what are you doing it for? And it was a personal challenge. And she was like, oh, how long for? I said, a whole year. She was, that's a challenge. I was, yep. And she said I'd run out of things to talk about, so that's what the book's for. So, yeah, fair enough. Huh, okay. As I've often mentioned, I think this is definitely a book designed for younger people. So, yeah. What is a skill you wish was taught in school? I don't know what they're currently teaching in school. So I don't know if it's something that is lacking. I know there's like doing a social, you know, community or whatever they call it, where you have to, you know, learn community and social stuff, which sounds good, but I really don't know much about it. Oh, excuse me. I'm assuming they're still doing cooking. Sorry. Oh, yeah, they can teach you how to take care of yourself when you have a cold. That's what they can teach you. See, this is what I mean. I'm all gone horrible. I'm running out of my tissues. Oh, excuse me. A skill. I mean, personally, I would have liked to learn piano at school. We did ask about it, but they said they don't do percussion instruments at the schools I went to. Which I thought was a bit, but if we're talking like actual life skills, then there's probably some like basic engineering. I mean, because I do remember being taught how to change a plug, so I've learned that. I did learn that stuff. But yeah, so maybe, I don't know, with the modern engines, I don't know if it's necessarily useful. But like, if for older kids, like, you know, learning how to basic car maintenance, I guess. But then not every kid is going to be driving straight away. Not all of them do. We don't. Our compulsory school age ends at 16. I mean, some do continue on till like 18, but we don't start learning to drive until we're about 17, 18. So, or some of us never learn to drive. Actually, that's not true. I did start learning when I was 20. But then because when I moved, didn't have the time or the money, blah, blah, blah. And now I live in the town centre anyway, so I was like, the train station's over there. I can almost see it from my house. Well, I can't actually see it from... If I was up higher, because I'm only like... It's a 12-storey building and I'm like here, and that's it. If I was up here, instead of down here, I probably could see the train station from this building. So, you know, it's not that far. I can hear the trains sometimes at night, especially the freight ones, like the heavy ones. So maybe that. I mean, we do languages, so that's a skill. Skills taught at school. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of baking or home ec they're doing now. Actually, I don't know. I know I wasn't really taught it. We did like a textiles class, and I was trying to do a design for a design my own t-shirt, which I didn't really get that fast. We learned some silk screening and stuff like that, very basics. But I don't actually remember taking any. No, I'm lying. I don't remember taking any sewing classes in senior school, but I did take like a sampling class. But that was just like literally making a sampler. It wasn't until I was older that I learned that's actually what it was called. Or if I was told it at the time, I didn't remember. But I don't know what happened to it. Maybe Mum still got it. But yes, we did like a basic cross stitching and stuff onto a canvas to have a display piece. But actually making repairs on clothing and stuff, I don't remember doing anything like that. I mean, maybe if people took it as their options or A-levels, then well, I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's changed. But when I was at school, the options were, you know, these are the classes you want to do for exam level, your GCSEs, and then if you go into sixth form or sixth form college, you do your A-levels. I guess the American equivalent will be AP classes. But again, the A-level classes are what you'd be taking when you're 17, 18. GCSEs is like your 15, 16. Because we do 5 years, start about 11, 12, depending obviously when your birthday is. So yeah, so you do 3 years of normal, basic, compulsory lessons. And then you have 2 years of, you still have to do like your basic science, English and maths. But then you get to choose like art, you get to choose your sort of practical art, you know, your language lesson, you get a couple of choices on what ones you actually want to pursue. So I did like, for example, I did drama, art, text drawing, Spanish, and then obviously math, English and science were compulsory anyway. Yeah, I mean, you say to me skills, and I'm thinking like practical, real world, helpful, useful skills. And we do have sex ed. I don't remember if we necessarily did the condom on a banana, but maybe we did. I don't remember if I necessarily did it, but we did have the sort of, you know, here's some things to look at and play with, and they're not scary or funny, or well, maybe they're a little bit funny, but we did do that. So I don't want to get into another political rant about a country that's not mine, but I will say, yes, sex education is not necessarily skills, but is sex education as in, this is what it is. This is, okay, first of all, here's the things that are happening to your body. Next of all, yes, you're going to start noticing people more. You know, maybe they're the same gender as you, maybe they're the opposite gender. If they're the opposite gender, you definitely need to be aware of all these things that could happen, including pregnancy and other STDs. Now we've had the grown-up talk about what could happen. Here's what you do to make sure it doesn't happen if you do end up doing the thing. Not abstinence only. Abstinence only just causes it. I mean, I don't know the statistics, I don't know the actual numbers, so I'm not going to, you know, be more direct than that. But I know from what people have said that you know, have done the math and have looked at all the stuff and have done the research that, yes, not teaching kids about the birds and the bees causes them to end up having kids. And okay, I don't want to make it a political rant, so I'll just say, as a general thing, not necessarily a skill, but sex education is good. Teach the kids about their bodies. So yes, and you know, teach the kids that doing the do is okay, but they shouldn't feel, you know, they shouldn't feel ashamed about doing the do, but give them the right advice so they can do it sensibly. But yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, practical things like like sewing, like simple repairs. We're not talking about making entire dresses, but you know, knowing how. I was never taught how to darn a sock. I don't know how to darn a sock, but then I've got hundreds of socks. Although I think with darning, like doing stuff like that, I don't think they make socks the way they used to. You know, they're not thick woolly socks anymore. I mean, I've got some fuzzy socks. I have like 3 categories of socks. I have like the thin socks, like I'm wearing. I have the fuzzy socks, which are really cozy, and then I have like my practical sports work socks, and they're nice and warm. So, and none of them are really probably acrylic or something. So none of them are thick wool. So maybe learning to darn a sock isn't necessarily a skill that needs to be taught. But basic stitching, like doing a simple running stitch, or you know, the seam went on here. I know how to fix the seam now. But it's just because I picked it up. Not necessarily something I learnt from school. And yeah, maybe not as a compulsory lesson, but for those that are interested and would go into maybe looking at driving out, or especially if you're in more rural areas, I think. And again, this is a general assumption I have no evidence for, but I think kids that grow up in more rural areas tend to learn to drive, you know, quicker and earlier than kids that are growing up in more built up areas where they've got a more centralised transport system. So, not necessarily as a compulsory, but basic car maintenance I think would be a very useful skill. You know, changing a tyre, spark plug, that kind of stuff. There you go. I was able to talk about some stuff. I lost my bit of paper again, because this is basically my nest at the moment. Yeah, you know who I am, at Phoenix. Oh, there it is. It's right on the computer. See, brain dead. But yeah, this is me on Twitter. This is me on the Tumblr, but you know you don't have to follow that. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Tell me, you know, what skills you think should be taught in schools, or what skills are being taught in schools that are like, oh, I didn't know they were taught that. Because that'd be an interesting conversation. Again, you know, especially. I can only speak to the UK experience, and even then, I'm a couple of decades out of school. I don't know, maybe what I've been saying is already been implemented. But yeah. So comments are always welcome. Likes are definitely welcome. Sharing and subscription, absolutely. But yeah, thank you for watching and listening. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will catch you tomorrow. Well, hopefully I'll be less icky. Okay, thanks. Bye bye.